the normal difficulty, huh? That'd be my pick for a first place.
Data brick of interest within retrieval range. Emergency protocol syringes primed.
Catheter unit away. Recharge before it discharges. I'll handle this.
With punch card processing re-enabled, now you must just...
This unit recommends utilizing the nearby platform object as the least injurious means of descent, provided said platform could be spurred into motion.
bite out of them. Investigating hostile intentions. Mobilizing.
Numerous houses to my
Ready.
and in the immediate vicinity.
Go for torpification. Locking them down. Torpification in progress. The patches are out. Get it while it's energized.
Emergency protocols ready.
Standing by to stupefy.
I sense the rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. All that remains is to restore the archive reactor.
N-rays discerned.
they are operating at
Hostile.
peak efficiency.
Proceeding to attack. Yeah.
Emergency ammunitions cache unsealed. The archive reactor requires manual maintenance. The Protectorate bunker mech is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology.
A creative workaround might be of considerable worth, namely via the reactor's backup security systems.
Appears we can adjust the
Reactor
turrets.
fire suppression system
Seal those
online.
doors from reinforcements. Open caches for health supplies or weapons. Could enable that fire suppression system we saw earlier.
Exceedingly hostile automechanical detected. Selecting inspirational pre-battle message. Error. None found.
Are you mentally refreshed?
Subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul. The Consul provides the system above. Prudence all disruptive influences.
Hostilities are afoot. Dedicating the threat. Taking the fight out of them.
Mobility interrupted.
Patience. Still reachable. Replicator at ready status.
Mobility interrupted.
I cease functioning selflessly, without complaint or frown. Invasive element! Invasive element! That cover spot was much better!
Seek treatment for. Emergency protocol surrendered.
Off the road! Seeking cover!
The Archive reactor has been returned to operational status. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central.
Subject to the most exalted vigilant. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Welcome back, Sentient. Now that you've returned, we can
Bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all stages of the supply chain.
make the paradigm real and fashion a true utopia. Workarounds failing, erroring others supplanting commands. Purge required.
Processing the Rift data will be impossible until 2 out of 3 competing priority sets are expunged.
Priority control access nook unsealed. Initiate purge.
This unit advises proceeding through the nearby doors to reach our next destination of interest.
Radical divergences from the architect's plan. Humanity. Humanity's ascendance hopelessly delayed. A perfect community. With every luxury save freedom. Multitude diversiform, spongiform, waveforms, oscillating, cantankerously, foster dependence, denounce interdependence, promote the informer, condemn the questioner, benevolent. Stop and consider. What would your neighbors think? I suspect they'd be angry about why. You don't want your rivals to win now, do you? Collective goodwill is just an... Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business collaborator. Stop now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. Think you drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediately, or run the risk of unspeakable ire. All I ever wanted was the best for us and the worst for everybody else. Is that really so bad?
Finally, some peace and quiet.
To conclude realignment of emphasized categorical imperatives, power down, then power on again. Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly feigned simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Processing the Rift data is a more optimal course of action than loitering here and not processing the Rift data.
Shall I proceed? Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. Estimated duration, 180 trillion and 1 picoseconds. In the interim, may I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the Rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering, war, famine, and disease. Just a start. But my query remains. What are your next intentions? There are so many calculations left to perform. Rich data processing complete. Results provided. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contained flaws. Your more comprehensive data generated a solution with 98.9% certainty. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental Rift device with this information has a high chance of success. In addition to processing your data, I found time to restore the lift to Spyreton. Assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization and will be unavailable for an unspecified period of time. The remaining display case within the entryway is now unsealed, and it contains armor worn by the first operator. For now, goodbye.
Well, we could keep exploring Cloister, see if we find anything useful. Or we could head back to the ship and see where this data leads us.
An optimal decision, Commander.
dictates, we rout all disruptive influences.
Commander, if you've a moment, I wish to note my reservation. Setting aside my obvious concerns as an enemy of the Order, there's something devious about her. Something that sets her apart from her fellows. There is a bloodlessness to her nature. A killer's icy resolve. She's dangerous. That we do. But it's best if we not bring danger home to roost. That was all I had on that subject. Consider my concerns logged.
A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. This unit has cross-checked all data points and verified the findings. Horizon Point Station has reappeared. Providing intellectual validation to this unit's queue. Priority low, based on energy readings. Horizon Point has been reconstituted by the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator, thus confirming the Archive's theory. While present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat, A survey of the reconstituted station is advised as soon as possible. Calculating. According to the archive, closing all rifts requires locating the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator and inputting the rift data processed by the archive. However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. Leaving will be highly unlikely due to the high levels of rift energy. That is a correct assessment, Commander. Additionally, due to your failure to secure a peace treaty between Auntie's Choice and the Order, and their subsequent displeasure, you will face Horizon Point's dangers alone. Acknowledged. It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
But to what end is he working here? The Consul I once knew would never act so recklessly.
Intimidation is not required. Protectorate subjects are not programmed to question authority. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony.
I can foresee a few likely instances where you could use my skills and experience, including snapping DeVries' neck in a picosecond if she steps out of line.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
To be so close. The rift. It's magnificent. When we've done what we came to do, it's finally time. I shall soon be reborn into perfection.
What in the interminable void are we looking at here? Everything that's been reconstituted appears maladjusted, imperfect, defective. Yes, that's definitely the Sovereign's ship.
The brains of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our skip drive.
Horizon Point appears to have undergone severe degradation over the past 10 years. Exploding may have been a contributing factor.
Is this what happens when someone clings too tightly to the past?
The skip drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. And it falls to you. The eyes, the ears.
Enemy detected.
Extensive damage, Commander. the threat.
Would not refuse medical support.
N-ray. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
Minimizing exposure.
Without the rift modulator, I doubt we'd make much progress here.
Plasma hazard ahead. Please seek an alternate route.
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Ready to assist with the project's
resorting to violence. Deployed. Free energy if you can reach it. Multiplication in progress. They have been numbed. Consider self-preservation a priority. Vitals critical.
Agent Pascal is dead. This unit may need maintenance.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Agent Pascal, calm yourself. You are not in your right mind.
Don't you talk to me like you know me. Wait. Commander? Is that you? No, this must be some kind of trick. Law, what's happening to me? So it is you. Thank Law. I don't understand what happened, Commander. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Law, I had to kill them.
Then they weren't too dissimilar from the troopers we encountered outside. This is concerning.
I don't understand what's happening. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
That explains it. She was left alive, just long enough for the rift to take her. That's why the reconstitution worked on her. To some extent.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened? Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you, DeVries. That it?
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't...
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true. rift. That's right. We were here to investigate rifts. So why is there one in the sky? Why is everything destroyed? What's happening to me? And Sandoval? Jepson?
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute the station to how it was moments before destruction. That includes you. But it's failing. I'm sorry.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? You can help me though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this. Boyd. This is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never fly in our ship. Never anything. That's good. Suppose I can take some comfort in that. You know, the sky ain't looking quite so terrifying now. Since I know you'll put it right, think I'll watch it for a while. Yeah. I reckon it is.
Pascal? Helen? I can stay with you for a moment, if you'd like. Might help.
Yeah. All right. I ain't turning down company if I'm at the end of the line. Goodbye then, Commander. Maybe we'll meet again in the void.
It's all right. This will be over soon. I swear it. It's all right. It will be over soon. I swear it.
A short-range rover has emerged from the Providence, Commander. Destination, Horizon Point. Intention, unknown. Agents, prepare.
Torpification in progress. Those reconstituted mechs still function. How inconvenient. suffered extensive mitigating work.
Taking the fight out of them.
Replicator is charged. Locking them down, mitigating the threat. Investigating hostile
Warning. The rift ahead has absorbed plasma and should not be approached directly.
Suggest we scour the area. The scientists here were unlikely near the caliber of the Order, but perhaps they left something useful. Consider self-preservation.
This is scientist Bernard Rand.
That's all rather intriguing.
I'll handle it.
It's available at your request.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Threat detected.
Contact lost. Target.
This must be the Sovereign's office. Worth a search for the equation, even if the place looks like an adult playpen. Plagiarism. How shameful. Yet not entirely unexpected. Apparently, the Sovereign solved the equation? However unlikely that seems, I'll take it.
Please input this equation in the Skip Lab terminal at your earliest convenience.
Splendid. Rift secure.
off by orders of magnitude.
Proceeding to attack. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
They covet our due bounty.
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Property of the Earth Directorate.
Attention. Please report.
Made it in free of undue kerfuffle. Now to Huntsville. Huntsville that hangar.
Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Hostilities are afoot. Don't become a statistic, Commander. They have been numbed. Total protection in progress. Looks like a limit further damage, Commander. Capacity unit away. Recharge before it discharges. Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Non-friendly life form detected.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
To Deck 2 to locate the rift modulator.
Greetings. Please make a request. Display.
Standing by to stupefy.
to assist in all needs.
Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges. Ratcheting up my aggression.
Stranger ahead.
We could do this the hard way or the smart way. Either works for me. Investigate, taking the fight out of them, mitigating the threat.
Triangulating source of distance.
The rift modulator is likely located on this site. More information may aid in its acquisition.
Are you actually authorized?
Combat problem.
We have an intruder. Intruder!
They've been numb, locking them down. Self-preservation a priority.
Just take the keycard.
Due to the unexpected scale of the rift modulator, separating it from the ship is impossible. This unit...
Commander, throwing energy your way.
The scientist is now deceased. The scientist's belongings, including any items or information pertaining to the modulator, may now be acquired.
Fortificator at ready status. In progress.
Mobility interrupted. Mobility interrupted. Plasma tolerances exceeded.
Apologies, but no target, no attack. Mitigating the threat, locking them down. I'll handle this.
Processing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for, from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity, has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended.
Schematics acquired. However, the information contained here also indicates the existence of rifts beyond where humanity has traveled. This does not compute. Finding the console should remain your top priority, Commander. Please postpone any existential crises for a later date.
There you are, Commander. What happened? I thought you were looking for the rift modulator. Why does it still look like that out there? That's unacceptable. That complicates matters greatly. What should happen if it's damaged as we seize control from the console?
We secured the rift modulator schematics earlier on. If this all goes pear-shaped, they're our fallback plan.
Well, suppose I'm pleased to see that you still run a tight ship. That gives us options. Did you happen upon anything else that I should know about? Charming. Stealing gains me nothing. Information that aids us against our mutual enemy, right. And before we can manage that, we have the console to contend with. He may seem open to negotiation, but I would urge...
Worth a try, if you think you can navigate his delicate ego. If you fail, we'd be on our back foot in a fight.
The more we debate, the more time we squander. We must resupply and shore up whatever defenses we have quickly. And if you've something to say to any of us, Commander, I suggest you say it while you have the chance. No telling what awaits us.
You've come quite close enough. Sentinels, if you would.
Your tampering with the rifts is against the plan. A correction is imminent, and none of us may survive it.
So passionately delivered, and yet so utterly incorrect. What you are witnessing is my saving of Arcadia, and ridding it permanently of trespassers like you. Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't... Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
You used the peace talks as a test run for this.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. Well, it wasn't you I was targeting, Commander. But seeing as you have a penchant for finding your way into places you aren't wanted, perhaps this is a sign for you to reconsider. Using the very rift modulator on this ship, we will destroy Arcadia and edit the information stored within the resulting rift, all to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the Architect intended.
You're bluffing. Were this your real intent, you would have acted as soon as Auntie's Choice invaded. You're desperate now that you're backed into a corner.
You speak loudly for someone so uninformed. In the Matriarch's younger years, she discovered a crashed ship deep in the Earth. And in it, the first skip drive known to humanity. She dissected this tech, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse. And, well, that eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed. It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on, tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner seeing it carried out. If it means preserving the Matriarch's legacy and the dedicated protectorate among us, yes, without question. Those who are worthy will live again. As for the others, they are no innocents. I shall not mourn any perpetrator of unsanctioned violence or treachery, and will in fact thrive in their absence.
Your statements do not indicate strong leadership potential.
Hush. I was conversating with your leader here. No. You will die.
Ratcheting up my... They're benumbed, locking them down. You suffered... Stun weapon ready, Commander. Capacitor out. Get it while the circuit draws. Do try to limit that.
Your curtain falls.
Fortification in progress. Mitigating the threat. Fortificator at ready status. Moving in. Access the helm. Now!
The information here indicates the rift is about to destabilize completely. As the modulator cannot be operated from this distance, it must be flown into the rift directly.
Empty words aside, you can count on me to do what I must.
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. Back on Greater Tranquility, you wish to give me a chance to atone for my mistakes. I'd say that opportunity has come.
Reckon I'll join you.
Building in this redundancy raises the likelihood of mission success by 67%. Self-destructing is not permitted by this unit's programming.
Well, look at you, Commander, stepping up. Didn't reckon you had it in you. All right, somebody reliable ought to safeguard the schematics, ensure humanity is saved, and such and the like. If you won't, guess I'd better. Between these and the process rift data, I'm sure someone can science up modulators usable at a safe distance. Rifts will soon be a thing of the past.
Acknowledged. Preserving the schematics for the following purpose: saving humanity. Good luck with your imminent death, Commander.
Commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Vigilant Hogarth, now acclimated to Fairfield, leaned on the Protectorate ideals of neighborliness, while overlooking all the authoritarian tactics, so he might help the Order to succeed with the equation. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. After leaving the Earth Directorate team, Niles joined up with his old friend Zebulon Tran. Yet their troubled history repeated itself. The duo butted heads again about the best course of action to help Arcadia. Their incompatibility led to mistakes in the field, and Zebulon was killed in action. Niles blamed himself and disappeared without a trace a short time later. Because of her commander's refusal to help with her graft, Inez's health rapidly declined. Even as she tried to make a name for herself on her own, she died of sepsis during her solo travels in Arcadia. Utilizing what he learned alongside the commander, Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. But with no authority figure to lead its subjects, the Protectorate was a shell of its former self. Ever logical and distant from others, Marisol embraced violence as her solution to eliminate random variables from the equation. Unsurprisingly, she was invited to few social functions. Asa finally achieved her dream of dying in a rift. All it took was a daring and blood-soaked heist of a modulator to create a rift that she then summarily leapt into. Thus Asa remained a fanatical member of the Glorious Dawn, spreading the truth of the rifts to her final agonized breath. Sovereign Varric was eventually discovered in mental refreshment in a placid and compliant state. All parties felt it would be best to leave him in the hands of the remaining Protectorate, who had the most experience with refreshments process and victims. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the Commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. With unfettered access to skip drives and beholden to no one, the Earth Directorate became what it was always meant to be, the ultimate authority in Arcadia. The colony served as a base to expand the agency's reach across the galaxy. Meanwhile, the Earth Directorate controlled Arcadia with little trouble for a time, successfully rebranding it as a society free of corporate or government overreach. Yet, as the years passed, the Arcadians saw fewer and fewer differences between the Earth Directorate and their previous overlords. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Congrats on reaching the ending. Well, an ending. Plenty more where that came from. How about another go? Additional playthroughs don't cost nothing. Yet.